Okay, hi grade eights. How are we doing? So this is I just want to take the time to explain what's going on for week 8 for social studies. To be honest, it's not a bunch of new stuff. It's really just an extension of week 7. You might have noticed, you might not have, but I really all I did was extend the deadlines for um, week 7. Okay, so but I'm here to to clear up all your questions that you had. I know some people, especially Classcraft, there's some questions. So and I get that it's new for everybody. It's still new for me. So this is what your slides look like. Like I said, pretty similar to last week's slides. Okay, I'm going to drop this video into this spot here. We're still just basically introducing Japan. That's all we'll have time for before the end of the year. I basically copied this slide from last week. It's an extension on week 7. I'm going to change all the due dates here. I already have. And then this is what I'm explaining to you. Look, the chapter for those students who are not doing Classcraft, um, the chapter 4 booklet is long enough. I'm just going to give you it actually already was marked for June 12th. So you always did have 2 weeks to do that chapter 4 booklet. Classcraft students, again, the missions and tasks for the first quest were also long enough, and I'm extending this by 1 week as well. So not really a whole lot of new stuff. I'm here to just try and make it a little bit smoother for everybody. I will give you a heads up. All students will have a major Google form quiz to fill out next week. This will include like a reflection piece of writing, okay? There's no assessments this week. There's just assignments. For non-Classcraft, do your booklets. Classcraft, go through your quest, follow the instructions. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to clear up some more conceptions this week, some of your questions. So we looked at your Google Slides. That part is done. Again, just to explain, I know some students are still a little confused. Both my social classes are kind of in two groups right now. Either you didn't want to do Classcraft, and that's fine, or you didn't get your form in, so you're doing the Chapter 4 booklet. That is your one major task, okay? Just do the Chapter 4 booklet. The PowerPoint slides are there, videos are there, and you should have enough resources to do it. If you have any questions, ask me. The other group, from 8.1 and 8.2 are doing Classcraft, the gamified version, okay? So both of my social studies students have had the opportunity to make a choice, okay? Now, the Classcraft students, if you've been assigned this, the Chapter 4 booklet, just ignore it. Don't do it, okay? So, to just sum up here, non-Classcraft students, if you're not doing Classcraft, here's what to focus on, just one thing, okay? Chapter 4 booklet, that's it. Chapter 4 booklet. If you're not doing Classcraft and you want to keep it simple, didn't get the form in, whatever, Chapter 4 booklet, done, okay? It's a simple task, but it's also a long one, okay? So that's the trade-off. You got a simple task. There's not a lot of complications here, but obviously a Chapter 4 booklet, the booklets, they're a bit lengthy. Okay, Classcraft students, here, I'm going to give you some updates here, all right? I've tried to clarify the questions I've got in my email over the last week, and so I'll run through some examples. Non-Classcraft students, okay? If you're doing the Chapter 4 booklet, you can stop watching. You're done the video, okay? Just going to move this over here. So the preparation, let's go through every single assignment. Okay, so I'm just talking to the Classcraft students. Okay, so you had preparation, early history, social structure, quest, and you notice I've put something in here. This is for early history, because I understand this would have been a little bit confusing. I didn't really supply a document with this one. Okay, but preparation, there's the Chapter 4 booklet. Let's just close that off. You don't need that, Classcraft students. Here is the layout of the quests. Hopefully I've done a good job of making these connections. But let's just have a look at the preparation. It just says create a Google folder and name it Adventures in Isolation. So all you needed to do was go into Google folder, new, and of course I clicked the wrong button, new folder, okay, and you would have gone down here, wherever that is. Hang on. Okay, it's good that your teacher knows what they're doing. So you go over here to new folder, okay? and you say adventures in isolation. If you've done this, you can fast forward to the next spot, hit create. Okay, and when the new folder is done, you can right click, you can share it. All right, and then you would type in my name, but I created it, so I don't need to share with myself. But you guys hopefully are familiar with this. So, Miss Nitre, okay? Actually, I should probably just share it with Mr. Thacker. Anyways, you guys get the idea. All right, so enough of that. I'll just cancel that. Let's move on to the next one. So then you're supposed to do this early history and culture demo. Okay, that required the Discover Kids, right? So you had to do, you had to get into here. Okay, I'll just drag it over here. You had to get into your classroom, all right? And then you had to go through all of these lessons, all right? But early here, okay? So you go through it, you click on it. Hopefully it'll load. It may not be able to load for me because I'm the teacher. And obviously it's not working for me tonight, is it? Yes. There we go. Thank you. So you go through the resources and then you're able to do a little bit of a reflection sheet. So this is what I've added for you, okay? Rather than have you create a document from scratch, I laid this out a little bit better. So I made a copy of all of this for everybody. And you only have to choose one. You only have to choose one. I'll even bold it right now. You can talk about how would your clan cope with the unpredictability of Mother Nature, tsunamis, earthquakes, that kind of thing. Or your clan could have done a map, or, and you can do this by yourself too, or you could have done a reflection question. So it's basically 2 reflection questions, or you could have done a map. And that would have taken up the early history part. You notice that I've eliminated the instructions here because I put them here in the new document. Now, if you created your own document, just go with that and share it with me. But if some of you were a little confused about what to do, now I've created a document for you to use. Okay? So there it is. So what's the next one? Social structure. Not many people had questions about this. It's basically draw a feudal pyramid. All right. Let me just show you an example. Here's one from Keenan. I hope it's okay, Keenan, but you did a good job, so that's good. Here is one from Ella. She decided to do jot notes and then just did a diagram, which is perfectly fine. Okay. I don't think there was a lot of questions about the social structure. You guys are so familiar with these pyramids, it's fine. Okay, the last one. Now, I didn't create a document for this one, and I'm not going to. You're going to do it. So I did update the instructions here, okay? So if I just click on edit to make this a little bit bigger, it says, so update June 4th. To do this task, you have to create the document from scratch, all right? So again, you guys know how to do this. Just go to new. See, I know where this is. Hit Google Docs, okay? And what does it say to do here? It says, open up a new document, title it Mike Smith 8-1 Social Isolation, just Isolation Journal. If you're 8-2, obviously do 8-2. Okay, so title it. Of course, I gotta wait for it to load, wait for it to load, wait for it to load. Let's load. Thank you. Okay. You like my singing there? A little off tune. Okay, so you'd name it, and then you'd be like, yada, yada, blah. Okay, and then you would share it with me, all right? And again, you can copy and paste directly from here, right? You could just go, some ideas you could consider, you just Control-C that, right? And then go to here, Control-V. If you want to actually do this as an opening blurb. And hopefully it'll control paste. Come on, thank you. It's slow today because I've got 60 zillion tabs open, but that's okay. No, I'm done sharing it. Thank you. I'll just do this. Okay, there you go. And then you could start answering some of these questions. You don't have to answer all of them. It's just an isolation journal And these are just writing prompts, essentially. Okay? So, what did we go through, Classcraft students? Preparation, sharing a Google folder with me. 2, early history. Now I've created a document for each and every student. If you already started a document, that's fine. You could either just share that document with me or copy and paste, transfer all that info all over to the document I've created for you so you can press the little hand-in button, make yourself feel good. The social structure, fairly straightforward. Give me a pyramid. And the last one is an isolation journal. Create a brand new document, name it, and then share it with me. Okay? Hopefully that's straightforward. Hopefully that answers your questions. And if not, just keep emailing me. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, grade 8s. Take care. Have a good one. See ya.